Hello everyone, welcome back to Jayhawk Jukebox. My name is Hayden Houts, the other Hayden, and today we're going to talk about hype songs. Coming up this Saturday night, KU is going to play West Virginia in the first Big 12 matchup for them at home. And as I've been walking around campus, you can hear around the stadium the hype up music. They're testing their audio and stuff, getting their music ready, and it made me wonder, what is the best hype up song? Like, what is the creme de la creme, the belle of the ball, the best one of that stuff? And so I was going through like a bunch of playlists for sports events and stuff. And number one, you always hear "We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions" by Queen. That's a really big one you hear everywhere. They just kind of flow into each other. They're good. They got a good beat stomp to it. You hear those all the times. You might hear some Eminem songs like Eminem's "Lose Yourself" or something like that. I know I was listening to that as I was getting this segment ready to hype myself up to make sure everything was ready there. There's a bunch of other songs. I'll just list a few of them. Jump Around, All I Do Is Win, Let's Get It Started, Not Like Us. I don't know, some songs that are just in the FIFA soundtrack and stuff like that. You hear a lot of these at the game day stuff. Thunderstruck by AC/DC is another really popular one. And then there's Believer by Imagine Dragons. Not a big fan of Imagine Dragons. If you like that song, you're okay, I guess. But then, and one of the biggest ones is, of course, Seven Nation Army. They have the big chant, like the big stuff. I didn't even realize or piece it together a little bit. That's from the Seven Nation Army song. That's like the beat to it. So is that the best hype up song? Well, I guess maybe in the sports context, but then of course there's other hype up songs that people have. For movie scores, the intense music, the things that empower the characters, that get you immersed in the scene. What's hyping you up there? It's the scores of that. Rocky is a really good example of that, and their big montages for the films there. You got Gonna Fly Now, Eye of the Tiger, Hearts on Fire. As those songs are playing, you're in the moment, and those hype you up. If it weren't for that, we'd just be watching this guy run up the stairs. It wouldn't be as, I guess, like, oh, whoa, this is really cool. It set the bar. That's why Karate Kid has the big scene there, other 80s, 70s movies there. So in that context, could that be the best hype song? Well, then there's also some other hype. So what if I'm just sitting down, I have my exam happening, and I need to study? What's the hype song for me to get locked in for that? Maybe I listen to some classical stuff. There's a bunch of playlists online on YouTube with 25 million views, 8 million views or something, called 19th Century Villain playlists that get you locked in there. They play things like William Overture, New World Symphony, etc., etc. So in that context, those would be the best hype things, because I'm hyped for that in that little confine. And then me personally, I've been running since around March, been running, 2 to 3 miles every week and stuff, a few times. And for me, to hype me up, my hype songs are like 80s J-pop and big band jazz, totally unconventional. It's not like the classic rock stuff you'd hear at sports games and everything like that. That's what's hyping me up for these events here. So would that be the best hype up song? Well, the answer, in my humble opinion, as cheesy and hallmarky as this is going to sound, the best hype up song is what's just best for you. Whatever motivates you to get out there, whether it's like 2-hour opera music, intense metal, I don't know, maybe just some like really random 1920s bop and groove or something like that. Whatever is going to motivate you and get you going, that is going to be the best hype up song. And that's my answer to that. So listen to all that hype up song, and definitely also go to the game this Saturday of KU versus West Virginia. It's going to be a good game, and hopefully you're hyped up for that. All right, I'm going to send it over to Music News now with Hayden, Grace, and Ella. Take it away.